Well, hi. Wow, I am just so touched by so many wonderful stories. My goodness. I grew up in northern Michigan with a really wonderful storybook kind of family and got divorced in 1984 and needed to get out of elementary education and into secondary, so I came down here and went back to school. And there's an English teacher in Ann Arbor about every 60. So I found myself in the Milan Federal Prison teaching. So it was, I can't tell you how totally unprepared I was. I can't tell you. Well, this will tell you. The first time I went in there to teach Michigan history, and I had a couple hours to prepare, I stopped at a gas station and got a bunch of Michigan road maps. And my students and I talked about the Great Lakes and all the Native American names. And when I got to the office to be escorted out, this flurry of words was flying around about contraband and shakedown search. And what really got my attention was escape routes. I got ushered out real fast and thought, well, that was a short job in history. So it was a symbol of how much I had to learn. Flew over the next week and I came back, and my students were almost all African American, Native American, and Hispanic American. I was totally unprepared. We had no materials back in the mid-'80s to teach them. Our program wasn't well funded, and it was an uphill climb. It was a blurry roadmap from then on. But my students were my teachers. They taught me about diversity and what it means to be in a classroom with everybody different than you are. I had people all ages, from the early 20s to I had a guy who was 82, the way he didn't do anything I asked him to do. I had people from all over the world. I had people from every cultural group, and they were wonderful about talking out our differences together, and it created a wonderful community. I learned to put them in groups, which prisons don't like to do. I learned to put the learning for them in their hands, and that I was the guide from the side, not the sage from the stage. So that was humbling and wonderful. We put on plays, we sang. I put a big sign on my board that said no singing, no credit. I made them sing. We did all kinds of fun things. We had Lori Fithian come one time and do drums. It was fabulous. This was the only high school completion program in the country beyond GED in a correctional institution. You can't imagine, well, I'm sure you can imagine how wonderful it was to graduate from high school. How in the world do you get out of prison without a high school diploma? So it was a fabulous, fabulous experience. And then with the help of one of my inmates, who was one of my students who became a classroom tutor and was with me for 18 years, he and I put an outline for a book together. And when I retired in 2010, I started writing the book. I just published it last year with our own Ann Arbor library. And I want to tell the world that these are not bad people. These are people who didn't have a chance, and education opens them up to their goodness. And what I did was stand in awe of their human resilience, their great spirits, and just their wonderful fun, and they will be with me in my heart forever. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and I thank you for them.